Welcome to Tales of Bedlam. I'm your host, Knob Twister.
Who forgets to turn the mics on.
Yes.
And who was I since we're doing this again? Shoot, I'm your friendly neighborhood sofa sitter.
Yes, and we're bringing another nursery rhyme to you. Our second episode.
It's bedtime. Nursery rhymes.
That's creepy, Dustin. Today we're doing Ring Around the Rosie, or Ring Around the Roses.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows that one.
Oh, I think so.
Are you going to sing it?
Okay, well, the common American version, you mean? Like what we would know?
Knows.
Ring around the roses, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes. We all fall down.
That was lovely. That's the one I know.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's lots of other versions, but...
Yeah, what's it mean?
I don't know. What does it mean?
It don't mean crap. It's just nonsense.
Well, I know that the normal idea was that it's referring to the plague in England in 1665. Is that correct? Is that the answer you were asking or fishing for, Dustin?
That's what I was fishing for. And that was nice research, sir. 1665, plague in London.
Yeah.
When was the other one?
The Black Death.
There was two medieval plagues.
The Black Death. Oh, yeah, earlier with that Black Death, but I don't have a date for that.
1350.
Whoa, that's a long time ago.
That's a lot of people died.
But it looks like the explanation was that the rhyme referred to a rosy rash.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And the symptoms of the plague, like the posies, were herbs to help combat the symptoms and or hide the smell, whereas they were also talking about sneezing or coughing, because in the British version they actually say achoo instead of ashes and ashes, so they say achoo. And they all fall down, of course. We know what that means. And the ashes were the burning of the bodies, because they had to burn the body, the plague victims, to not spread the disease. Is this correct?
Yeah, that's the common theory. And that is, that's gruesome. Why would your kids run around?
I think it's absolutely correct. Can you really prove me wrong?
Well, of course I can prove you wrong.
Then go ahead.
When was the first recorded publishing of this nursery rhyme?
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. I have to find it in my notes, but I know that it didn't appear until the mid-20th century.
20th century?
A long time after.
How about the 19th century?
Oh, no, sorry. The explanation was the 20th century. Yeah. I apologize. You are correct.
Yeah, so it was 1881 was the first recorded publishing of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in between... Let's just say it was the 1650 plague. So 200 years, nobody ever wrote, they sang it, and all the kids played that for 200 years before someone wrote it down.
That's possible, right? Don't you have maybe something else to make it a little less likely?
Less likely?
Yeah.
You found something that was going to make it less likely than that?
Well... I in my research, I found that there were several points. So, the explanation of the fact that the symptoms described do not quite fit the actual Great Plague. Whereas... the
plague doesn't normally come with a rash. You get big black bumps.
And then there was a problem with some of the interpretation of words. Falling down, literally, they think meant a curtsy, not to actually fall down dead. And the ashes in our version, the American version, can sometimes be interpreted as a sneeze. And the plague didn't probably, it was a fever, was the plague, not a cold.
Yeah. There is a version of the plague that's airborne, and it's nasty.
But you didn't sneeze from it, though.
Well, how else do you spread it?
Well, maybe it's all the poppies. I mean, all the daisies, the herbs, the ashes
posies
in the air. You just had to
This is funny. This is the first time we've ever really like did separate research.
I know.
On the same
This is
thing.
really hard to
and
do.
we both researched completely different things.
No, I have actually a really cool theory in here that you might not have. But
was
first, tell me about your amazing discovery on this.
I found,
Yeah.
I was researching posies. I thought a posy was a certain type of flower. Like you go down to Home Depot
it is, right?
and buy a posy. No, there is no such flower as a posy.
Then what's
A
a posy?
posy is
It's like a pose?
and see if you can remember where we had this word before, a nosegay. So it's a bundle.
What was a nosegay?
Yeah, it was a bundle or a bouquet. So it was a bundle of flowers or herbs. It was what a posy is.
So it's actually a
It's
bundle
just
of flowers.
Yeah,
So
it's
it could have
just
been any flowers, really.
flowers or herbs, and it was just meant to smell nice. It was used as like perfume. They put them in their chamber pots.
Well, that
they
would
didn't-
make more sense
when
with
they
the
pooped in.
roses or Rosie. Ring around the roses. It could be a bouquet
Pocket full
or a
of
nosegay
A nosegay.
of roses. Very good.
I bet you're
Dustin.
gonna bring. It's gonna be concentration camps, isn't it?
Nope.
Ah,
Nope. I'm going to read some of this so I don't mess it up.
mess it up.
But so, folklorist Philip Hiscock with a more likely suggestion that the nursery rhyme probably has its origins in the religious ban on dancing among many Protestants in the 19th century.
Oh no, I did read that.
Yeah?
Oh crap!
In Britain as well as here in North America, adolescents found a way around the dancing ban with what they called in the
gosh.
United States the play party. Did you forget this?
The very first time I sat down to do research on this, I ran across that, and then I didn't write it down, but I was thinking, holy crap, it was medieval Footloose.
Ah, yes. Don't put baby in the corner.
That was, oh my God.
Play parties
God.
consisted.
That wasn't Footloose.
Oh,
That was Dirty Dancing.
sorry. I'm getting my dancing movies mixed up.
Footloose was Kevin Bacon, sir.
Play parties consisted of ring games, which differed from square dances
Yeah.
only in their name and their lack of musical accompaniment.
I read did you get that? I read the exact same thing. That was on Snopes, wasn't it?
No, I found that on Mental Floss.
Oh, I read that
Mental Floss
exact
magazine?
paragraph
Huh.
about the square dancing.
Well, maybe it was just,
they pulled-
copy
that's where they pulled
pasted
in.
from Snopes. What's Snopes?
Snopes is where you go to find out if something's true or not. Is this a lie? You go to Snopes.com
That's
and
cool.
they tell you.
Well, I thought that was kind of a cool little.
Oh man,
But
I forgot
it's
to jot it
sad.
down. But
Actually, it's not sad. I like
sad?
that a lot better than I do the death,
death?
and dying. So I'm going with that one.
well, the other one that I found was that
Another one?
yeah, that it was about the concentration camps in World War II,
Huh? But
and
it
this is why.
predates that.
Exactly. Well, that's why it's not true. But this was this was the reasoning was Rosie. They'd prick their fingers,
Ouch!
and then draw rope circles on their face with the blood to make themselves look healthier. So a rosy circle. Posies was again to cover the smell of death, and then the ashes were the furnaces.
Oh.
Boo! Right. So I mean, it was a good
Oh,
theory.
so like the Jews and other people that were in the concentration camps would put blood on their face to make
Yeah, like-
themselves look healthier?
like rouge.
How would that help them?
I don't know.
That
But
sounds
that was the theory I read.
it sounds more like a bunch of emancipated clowns roaming around.
Emancipated.
No,
Emaciated.
emaciated.
They definitely weren't emancipated.
They wanted to be emancipated.
But yeah, and of course that's debunked because it was written.
That's
It
bad.
was
We shouldn't
published
be
in
laughing
1881.
when we're talking about the Holocaust.
Well, I don't think it was funny, but it was funny what you said about it.
Gosh. Anyways, we're
And of
definitely
course, World War
we're
II
falling
wasn't until
down.
the 1940s, right? So it couldn't have been about that. because it
No,
was
I
written
don't think
down
so.
with-
But hey, take some more drugs and make up some more theories.
I think that was the Tinfoil Hat Club that came up with that one. Probably time traveling Nazis, I guess. I don't know.
You know what?
Did you find any other versions?
Well, like on Wiki, they had several versions for the different languages. It seemed like all the languages had it slightly tweaked. But the one from the British version, it's 2 verses. So you have ring a rosies, a pocket full of posies, a shoe, we all fall down. Cows in the meadows, eating buttercups, a shoe, we all jump up. And to that, I kind of go with the ban against dancing, because that sounds like kind of like a dancing game. You know, you could pass it off as a game. I like that theory a lot better. You
sing it and you dance around in a circle.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
It's nice. It's nice. We should dance.
I'm not dancing with you. I found all kinds of versions that they were all different, but they all start with the Ring Around the Rosie or Roses.
All right.
Pots full of posies was one. Pocket full of posies. A bottle full of posies. Girls in the town. One for Jack and one for Jim and one for little Moses.
What?
Yeah. There I found all kinds of versions.
I've never heard that one.
Like this one. Ring a Rosie, a bottle full of posy. All the girls in our town, ring for little Josie. Or ring a roses, a pocket full of posies. One for Jack and one for Jim and one for little Moses. A Tisha. Whatever that means. Oh, this is my favorite one, because the end of it doesn't make any sense. Ring a roses, a pocket full of posies. Upstairs and downstairs in my lady's chamber. Husher, cuckoo. Husher, cuckoo.
I think it's a little cuckoo.
That was
but at first, the
Alice
first part,
Gome, published in the Dictionary of British Folklore.
The first part kind of reminded me of maybe hush, running up and down the stairs with my lady. Who
now you're getting a little weird.
Well, I don't know. Anyway,
cuckoo.
That is our nursery rhyme for this month. If you thought that was pretty cool, we'd like you to share it with your friends on YouTube and wherever you get out there and connect with friends and family. Let them know about this amazing podcast now on YouTube.
Do it right now.
Good night.
Bye.